Perfect.
Daddy, it's coming to record you.
Oh, hi. How you doing? My name's Jimmy Durr. I'm your daddy.
It's starting to really look like something. Obviously, this isn't very strong. I've got to come off of the knuckle, and then on top of that, I'll also build something that bolts up to the top bolts on the knuckle and attaches here. Through bolt the whole thing. It'll be strong, it'll be beautiful, it'll work great. And I've got lots of things to do tomorrow. You know it's art when it comes from the heart.
The tractor. So, what are you doing?
I'm trying to get this tree to move locations. I talked to him, but he didn't walk away.
So you're putting him over there next to all the other ones?
Yeah, I want to put him with his friends.
And you're digging up all the ones in the middle?
That's right.
Hi. The sun's gone down on another beautiful day, and I don't have time. How much time do we have? Well, we don't know. What I do know is I never do anything easy. I don't know why. It's like a genetic issue. That's not how you would say that, is it? You would say it's a genetic misconfiguration of sorts. It's a curse. It's like I would never you don't go to the store and pick out what you need. You go to the store and buy a bunch of things you don't need, and then you get home and cut them all apart and put together the thing you needed, when maybe you just could have bought it at the store in the first place. And I don't know why. It's a genetic mutation. It's a genetic flaw. That's what it is. It's a genetic flaw that makes me do everything the hard way, and I don't know why. And it just repeats itself, and it doesn't stop, and if anything, it seems to get worse with time. Like I do things like I'll learn the easy way to do something, and then I ignore that and do it the hard way anyway. I don't know. What I do know is you can buy all sorts of things, but sometimes I just think the best way is to build it. So instead of buying some aftermarket steering knuckle or something, I'm just gonna work with the ones I got. And sure, I'll be welding into some cast iron here, but it's gonna be okay, and I'm gonna tell you why I think that way. You know I like to make things bulletproof and bomb-proof and as strong as possible. So what I'm gonna be doing here is adding another little spacer on top of this heim, coming across here with a piece of 3/8 inch flat strap, welding to my cast knuckle. Then from the bottom all the way up to that plate, I'm gonna have a plate coming in, fully welding down the side of this knuckle. Now, by itself, maybe this one day breaks it free and snaps the knuckle and breaks the cast iron and makes a mess of things. But I add on top another plate that gets sandwiched in my 4 bolts here on top of the knuckle and comes down and bolts on with the heim. Then, so then let's think, okay, we don't do all this nonsense welding to the knuckle, and I add my piece that goes from here to there, but then it puts extra stress on these bolts, and it always wants to break these bolts or oblong the holes. If I do both together, they help each other out. And yes, I've done it the hard way. Yes, I've done extra work, but I don't believe you could break it if you tried. So that's the plan. This is, you know, we're pushing way off that bottom hole. This won't work like this. It'll just break everything. Then bolts break things. Won't work. We need extra support. We need support on top. We need a double shear mount. Something on both sides. We need steel on both sides to bolt through. And we need it to have extra supported strength. So that's what I'm going to do. That's my plan. And I've got wet feet. So hopefully I don't get electrocuted. Got no time to go change my socks. Alright, this side's done. It's strong, it's beautiful, it's functional, and as of right now, my weld hasn't cracked on the knuckle yet. I've got a heater down there, and it's just kind of in the easy bake oven right now, and it's going to stay like that all night. I'll just keep it warm, try and keep the heat in there as much as I can, because as far as I understand, when you heat the cast and you heat your mild steel and you blend the two together, one cools faster than the other. The cast cools down too quick, or is it too slow? It doesn't like to cool down as quick as the steel, and then it causes your weld to crack or something else to crack. So it's hanging out in the oven here. It's probably a toasty couple 100 degrees. I have no idea what I'm talking about. I just make things up sometimes. It seems to make sense in my head. We're gonna see what happens. If it doesn't crack after you weld it, it's gonna be okay. And it's gonna be okay anyway, because my kingpin bolts are bolted to it too. So everything's linked together, everything's hooked up real strong. I mean, you'd have to break a whole lot of stuff to lose steering in this truck when I'm done with it. All I gotta do now is duplicate the other side. Duplicate my work on the other side. I've gotta go do that. I'm gonna do that now, and that's that. Once I do that, who knows what I'll get into next.